Hi, this is Lokesh again. So today I wanted to touch base on the demand management process of ITIL V3, how it connects to ServiceNow, and basically from where we get the business, right? SEO is a very niche thing. What happens is people across the globe use majority of the things on search engines, be it be Bing, be it be Google, be it be DuckDuckGo. There are many search engines, but widely used is Google, as we all know, right? Now, what happens on the back end is as the demand management process of ITIL talks, this is all about a pattern analysis, pattern behavior analysis, which happens. And there are cookies. So, what this does is it basically profiles you and tracks you. And there are cookies from many websites which we access across our devices, which profiles us into different segments. So what happens is when we do it in a office laptop, there are many cookies such as the Zoom and other websites which we access, even Zoom Info to check some business contacts. Why I'm touch basing on Zoom Info, I'll get back to you later. So there are several business websites which we touch base on, which profiles us basically, and checks our activities, basically what we search, what browser we access, what websites we access, what is our activities on the search engine, right? These all gets through a lot of what do you say, pattern behavior analysis, basically gives us the input to the demand management, right? As to what demands are coming, what people are searching in different regions, organizations. So it basically profiles you to a organization and back to your designation, your email address, your contact details. If you look at Zoom Info, it basically profiles your designation, contact number, contact email address, everything as in a business profile, right? Now, all the other applications which we use on a daily basis in business gets our profiling done to a greater extent, right? And these all goes back as a feed to many businesses. One of such example is the Zoom Info itself. If you log into Zoom Info or get a subscription, basically you get the intent. So your buying intent is analyzed using various data analysis techniques and data science techniques, where your profile is being monitored and your intent of buying a particular product is segregated, analyzed, and fed into different business funnels, basically, right? So majority of your thing is to drive these search engines to your website. So the blogs you create, the case studies you create, the webinars you create generates a lot of contact details, the intent profiling, everything is controlled when you drive it into your own website, right? On a bigger scale, Google does it at a different instance. That's where Google Business Suite, and also it has the business support platforms where it sells the leads of the business to a greater extent. Now, what ServiceNow does basically is it has been putting content into the website, or say the bigger global HTTP, or the global internet a lot every day. So there are a lot of people who search. There are people who search for technical resources. They are their intent is not to buy, so their profiling is done differently. There are people who are with different designations, as in maybe the market research executives, maybe the procurement executives, maybe the CIO, the CXOs basically, or CDOs basically. Their intent is inclined to buying. So their profiling is done in a different way. So if you are able to drive the search results to your own website, well managed website, the control is more on you, because you are redirecting the traffic to a funnel where you would be able to profile on your own, right? So these profiling attracts a lot of data analysis and data science on the back end, intent profiling, buyer intent, and these kind of profiling helps you generate leads. And the email campaigns, the webinar campaigns pulls in the contact and into your a series of chain of uh, uh, basically increasing the buying intent, or recommending ER services. Once they are in touch, then starts the cold calling, and then starts the direct sales lead, where we converse or convert it into a successful sales by repeated interactions, right? So getting the customer onto your website is the most critical thing. There are several partners, ServiceNow partners, who does put content online, but the content should be crisp, clear, and targeted to the buyer needs. That's when the success rate is more, the click rate is more, the browse rate is more. So a email campaign, if it just ends up hitting the inbox, it's of no use. It's basically the click for action, right? uh, these chain of events leads to a sales lead, and sales lead gets converted into successful project only when uh, the sales person is also giving positive vibes of the products, and also is uh, business knowledge, and the pitch for sales is rightly intended. So this is what. Second lead for business is our existing customers. Our existing customer base has the same challenges what a new customer will also have, but it is easier to sell to an existing customer because we are already in the ecosystem. We are able to understand their application landscape, infrastructure landscape, when we are already present within their ecosystem, and we have a first-hand information of the problems what they are facing, and the challenges what they are trying to resolve as a client, right? So basically these gives us a upper hand on pitching in the right solution for them, and conveying to the right stakeholder who is a decision maker, right? So this is a quick win, which is exploring the existing customer base and solving it for them. So there are two things covered here, and thirdly is the inbound sales. It can be a outsourced entity, or it can be a uh, uh, in-house entity, but basically making cold calls, setting up meetings, pitching the initial sales pitch, and driving it to a sales lead is all what inbound sales team will do. And to start with, we have something called as there's a different concept altogether. On the ServiceNow sales, what happens is every region has an account manager, and this account manager are tasked with selling ServiceNow systems or ServiceNow modules to their region based accounts, right? So they have to do the cold calling, they have to reach the right decision maker. Sometimes what happens is this account manager shares the white space report with a specific partner or all partners, because basically they are getting their lead converted into sales, and their sales margin is increasing. So they share the white space report, which is a good starting point to target. Uh, uh, they give it, they might share it with all partners or they might not. It depends on the rapport what you have with the account manager, and how you're able to interact and convert it into leads, right? So we discussed about four options here. One is the SEO based, where you write the blogs, you do a thorough webinars, you do a knowledge session, you address the problem in many public platforms, and you attract the customers to your own website, where you have more control on the on what is accessing, what is being accessed by the customer, what their problem areas are, what their intent is. You have more control on that, and you convert it into a sales lead, and then you pitch in for the right product to be sold, right? That is one part. Second part is the existing customers, where you already know their challenges. This doesn't this this second approach, wherein the internal accounts are being explored more, needs a lot of collaboration. So teams shouldn't work in silos, different divisions shouldn't work in silos. There is a lot of collaboration required and a support required internally to achieve this. Third one is basically the subscription, wherein the intent search is subscribed from. Okay, I didn't touch base on this. Let me park that. So third one is basically cold calling, or say the inbound, not inbound, inside sales basically they call, where it's a cold calling of the leads and trying to reach out to the right decision maker to get the lead converted into sales funnel, right? And lastly, the fourth one is the, what was the fourth one? I missed the fourth one. First one was SEO. Second one was existing accounts. Third one was inbound. Third one was inside sales. Fourth one is the white space report. White space report, we get leads from ServiceNow, basically from the account managers. It enters the same webinars and knowledge base, where you target the customer and try to sell something, or try to get his attention to your website. From there you target the leads, collect the right decision maker, and enter into the sales pitch. That's one thing. Lastly, there's a quick win, uh, where is Zoom Info, right? They have a lot of analytics already being done, and they have profiled the intent. So the intent leads comes with a specific subscription from Zoom Info. There are many websites other than Zoom Info. The reason I'm mentioning Zoom Info is because I have a first-hand information that they do have such a service, and that comes with a specific subscription, right? Zoom Info gives intent-based search results where you have the leads and you have the contact details, you have the profiling done. Again, all this intent is connected with email campaigns and webinars, which also has subscription based services in Zoom Info. So you can target this intent search profiling already done using the email campaigns and also the webinar campaigns, which comes as part of the Zoom Info subscription. This is nowhere a paid review. It's only because I got first-hand experience to interact with the Zoom Info professional or a sales executive, and I was able to understand the sales funnel, how it works, and what are the services Zoom Info provides. That's all. So with this, what I'm trying to say is uh, there are lots of other sales activities which happens, but these all are connected to the demand management process of ITIL of ITL V3 or 2011, right? So, pattern behavior analysis, how the demand is targeted, how the demand is converted into a project. These all are interconnected, and that leads to the sales leads also. And that's how most of the blogging, webinars, as well as the events, even the golf events, which happens uh, in the during the knowledge 24 sessions. So these all are related to sales activities, and that's how we attract the sales uh, leads to get in touch with ServiceNow partner sales contact, so that we can convert these leads into an actual project, uh, in turn generating revenue for the ServiceNow partners. It's a quick video, just wanted to give an overview of what happens on the other side of marketing campaigns, blogs, webinars, knowledge sharing events, and also the quick discussions at a C-suite level, which happens over a golf meet or at a dinner event. Uh, this is all is supposed to attract the sales the decision makers to the sales lead contacts, so that we can convert a particular uh, uh, key decision maker uh, to be interested in what we are selling as a partner, right? And that's what ServiceNow does in Knowledge 24, and that's what all the series of events what happens during the Knowledge 24 by the partners, be it a dinner, lunch event, or a quick gathering, or even a golf event, or any sports event which happens during the Knowledge 24 is all linked with conversion from lead to the sales actually, right? With that, I end this note. Happy learning, and all the best. Thank you.